Welcome to the Lost in History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. At a public school in North Carolina, United States, African American and white children wait in separate entrances, labeled African American and white. Soviet soldiers position themselves in trenches and rubble on the outskirts of Kursk, ready to face enemy forces. Cheryl Ladd poses in a Hollywood soundstage, wearing a striped swimsuit during a promotional shoot in the 1970s. A platoon of American soldiers retreats from Seoul, the capital of South Korea, on January 14, 1951. The withdrawal took place during the Chinese Winter Offensive in the context of the Korean War. In Seoul, South Korea, South Korean women cry as they participate in a memorial service led by Syngman Rhee. Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin pose side by side in front of the Kremlin in Moscow. The photograph was taken in 1922 during Politburo sessions that set the early directives of the Soviet government after the Civil War. North Korean fighters advance side by side with a tank through the bombed-out streets of Seoul during the Korean War. The scene was recorded in September 1950, when Northern troops briefly occupied the South Korean capital. A squadron of landing ships advances toward Incheon Harbor to support American troops in the Korean War. United States Air Force paratroopers jump from C-119 transport planes over an undisclosed zone in Korea in October 1950, using the flying boxcar model, which could carry up to 60 soldiers per flight. Ethiopian peasants salute a poster featuring Benito Mussolini during the Italian occupation of Ethiopia. The photograph was taken in 1936, amid the Second Italo-Ethiopian War, which began in October 1935 and marked the fascist regime's expansion attempt. Soviet and American aviators posed next to explosive payloads on which they wrote messages for Nazi troops at an air base in the Soviet Union. In York, England, archaeologists discovered lion bite marks on bones attributed to a gladiator, confirming the first physical evidence of that kind of combat. Actress Jane Powell prepares to throw darts in a Hollywood game room during a recreational event. He defended tribal rights and helped establish native settlements during forced relocations in the 1860s. Before the assassination attempt, Mahatma Gandhi walks calmly through the courtyard of Birla House in New Delhi, wearing his traditional dhoti and shawl on his way to the January 30th, 1948 prayer meeting. In a rural area of Arizona, United States, a Navajo woman holds her baby in 1929. The photograph captures maternal bonding in Navajo communities, where hand-woven blankets were used to protect children from the desert's arid climate. A sign directed at white residents in Johannesburg warns of movement restrictions in designated areas during the apartheid regime. The board was installed in 1956 as part of segregation laws that designated separate neighborhoods for each racial group. Bobby Charlton receives medical attention in Manchester after surviving the plane crash that devastated Manchester United. The tragedy occurred on February 6, 1958, in Munich during the team's return from a European Cup match. Sailors and soldiers line up on the deck of USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay to witness Japan's surrender signing. The official ceremony brought together Allied military leaders and Japanese delegates on September 2, 1945. In Reno, Nevada, United States, a boxing match took place between heavyweight champion Jack Johnson and challenger James J. Jeffries. Workers assemble the Zeppelin airship in one of the Luftschiffbau Zeppelin factory hangars in Friedrichshafen, Germany. The 1935 construction process involved joining long sections of metal framework and covering them with special fabric to contain helium or hydrogen gas. In a brewery in Cheshire, England, workers handle beer barrels at the end of World War I. The 1918 image records the fermentation process in steel tanks and the manual transport of barrels on wooden carts. In Britain during World War II, adults received rationed food portions, controlled by the Ministry of Food. Wounded Bulgarian soldiers leave the battlefield on the Macedonian front, being carried by mule and wagon. The scene was recorded in 1916 during World War I as Bulgarian and Allied forces faced harsh conditions in the Balkans. Boeing executives and engineers pose in front of the 727 jet prototype at the Everett, Washington Assembly Complex. A gigantic experimental vehicle was designed to traverse Antarctica's snow layers during the 1939-1941 National Expedition. The 1940 snow cruiser measured 28 meters, approximately 92 feet, in length, and featured enormous tires to distribute weight and avoid getting stuck. He appears with his arm in a cast beside his brother Magnus in Bavaria, Germany, after presenting himself to United States troops. They walk barefoot along the sand of Saint-Tropez Beach on the French Riviera, displaying casual ease and relaxed style. The photograph was taken in the mid-1960s, a period when both had achieved international fame and attracted tourists from around the world. Frank Sinatra mixes drinks at the bar in his home in Palm Springs, California. He made cocktails for friends and family in 1965, enjoying the relaxed desert sunshine. Lon Chaney appears in the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer studio in Los Angeles, applying his own makeup for the film The Phantom of the Opera. He used wax, latex, and pigments to create the white facial mask and scars that characterize Eric, the Phantom. In a Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer studio in Culver City, California, child actors from the Munchkins cast got into a dispute during filming of The Wizard of Oz. Director Victor Fleming stepped in to separate them and keep production on schedule. Howard Rogers, chief chemist at Polaroid, poses in his laboratory in Cambridge, Massachusetts, holding 5 milliliter vials of reagents used in the color film development process. 3 people wear cloth face masks while posing for a photograph on a street. The scene was recorded in California during the second wave of the Spanish flu in 1918. A fake neighborhood with replica roofs and streets was erected on top of Boeing's factory in King County, Washington. The structure was built in 1944 during World War II to confuse enemy aircraft and divert aerial attacks. Students walked the halls of Beverly Hills High School in California, showcasing 1969 fashions. The photograph shows bell-bottom pants, vibrant prints, and voluminous hairstyles popular among American teens. A teenager water skies on a lake as Mount St. Helens erupts in the background. The eruption began on May 18, 1980, sending an ash column over 20 kilometers, about 12.4 miles, into the sky. A milkman glides on skis through the streets of London to deliver fresh milk bottles to residences. This practice was recorded in 1962, when a heavy snowstorm blocked traditional delivery routes. In Oakland, California, United States, riders on motorcycles competed in a polo match on a makeshift field. The event occurred in 1919, when imported motorcycle models began to be used in innovative sports. At a Hollywood gala event, Grace Kelly and Frank Sinatra posed side by side for photographers. The 1956 record celebrates the friendship between the rising actress shortly before her royal wedding and the iconic singer at the height of his career. On a British warship in 1943, cats were officially enlisted as expert mousers to control rodents on deck. They received special food, heated shelter, and even paw-printed contracts. Aboard the battleship USS Oregon, sailors stage a boxing match on deck for entertainment and physical training. The friendly bout took place during patrol voyages, helping maintain crew fitness and morale. Anthony Daniels dons the golden armor of the android C-3PO in a studio dressing room in London. The photo was taken during costume fittings for Star Wars in the early 1970s, when the saga was redefining science fiction films. In New York, United States, Bob Marley, Mick Jagger, and Peter Tosh posed backstage at the Palladium Theater. The record was made in July 1978 during a tour that combined reggae and rock shows on the legendary stage. Elton John poses in his home, surrounded by hundreds of pairs of extravagant shoes. The image was captured in 1975 at his residence in London, United Kingdom, showcasing designs from various brands. Visitors explore mirror chambers and winding obstacles in a traveling funhouse in Detroit, Michigan. The attraction was part of amusement parks and traveling fairs in the early 20th century. Nan Wood Graham, sister of artist Grant Wood, and Dr. Byron McKeeby pose in the gallery of the Cedar Rapids Public Library in Iowa, United States. The photograph was taken in September 1942 during the opening of a regional art exhibition at the library. A Japanese-American family returns to their home in Los Angeles after World War II. The members had been relocated to internment camps between 1942 and 1945 and were now reclaiming their freedom and original property. In Anaheim, California, Walt Disney proudly unveils the map of his first theme park, Disneyland. The official opening took place on July 19, 1955, featuring pioneering attractions like Cinderella Castle and Main Street. Greta Garbo poses beside Leo, the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer studio mascot lion, in a Hollywood studio. The photo was taken in 1926, the year Garbo debuted in American productions after leaving Swedish cinema. An advertisement for Rainier Beer published in Tacoma, Washington, newspapers in the early 20th century. The ad featured the slogan, "Beneficial for young and old," and showed families gathered at an outdoor picnic. On a frigate docked at Ellis Island, New York, United States, an undocumented German immigrant disembarks after stowing away in a ship's hold. Kiki Hawkinson was crowned the winner of the first Miss World pageant at the Lyceum Ballroom in London, England. The event took place on July 29, 1951, during the Festival of Britain, and featured 33 contestants from various countries. In a living room in the United States, families gathered to listen to live radio programs on a straw-covered set. Manute Bol defends the basket during a college practice at the University of Bridgeport Gymnasium in Connecticut, United States. In a reception hall in the interior of the United States, a newlywed couple poses before gathered relatives. The ceremony took place in the 1940s, a period marked by a surge in weddings following the end of World War II. At sea aboard HMS Hermione, a British sailor receives fresh eggs from traders who approached in rowboats. The Royal Navy destroyer was escorting convoys in the North Atlantic in 1942 and relied on these supplies to secure meals during the voyages. A model tries a spiral electric bra in Brussels, Belgium on March 13, 1971. The device vibrated subtly while worn on the job, promising to develop and strengthen the bust through mechanical stimulation. In urban apartment buildings, hanging bars created cradles for babies outside windows, ensuring fresh air and safety. This practice gained popularity in cities like New York in the 1930s, when outdoor space was scarce. A team of technicians and workers transports a dinosaur skeleton on an adapted rail platform toward the Boston Museum of Science. The operation took place in 1934 and used crane tractors and support structures to protect the fragile vertebrae and bones. A rural road in Minnesota, United States, buried under deep and high snow. The image was captured around 1890, showing a horse-drawn sled used for winter transport. Elsie Alcock has lived for 105 years in the same family home in rural England. She was born in one of its suites in 1918 at the height of World War I. On a rural property in Oklahoma, United States, a girl holds a rifle as she watches several squirrels perched on a fence. The sinuous wooden structure of the roller coaster impresses visitors with steep drops and intertwined tracks at Palisades Park, New Jersey. Opened in 1927 on the banks of the Hudson River, it provided intense thrills and became a must-see attraction for those seeking adventure. On a rural road in the United States, a motorized snowblower moves forward to clear snow after a heavy blizzard around 1905. The gasoline-powered machine used rotating blades to throw snow several meters away. Abram B. Burnett, chief of the Potawatomi people, led his community in the area that is now Topeka. He defended tribal rights and helped establish native settlements during forced relocations in the 1860s. A team of 20 women works on building the Darjeeling Road in India, using hand rollers to compact the soil. The project took place in the 1920s and aimed to improve access between villages in the Himalayan mountains. In a watchmaker's workshop in England, a craftsman adjusts delicate gears and springs of a mechanical clock. The practice highlights the skill required before mass production of timekeeping devices. In a dressing room before a performance, a young Robin Williams holds notes while smiling spontaneously. The image was captured in the United States around 1976 when he was performing at local comedy clubs. Female welders work at the Brooklyn Navy Yard, New York, United States, welding metal plates onto ship hulls during World War II. 3 men pose beside a scale model of the USS Enterprise on a sidewalk in Los Angeles, California. The prototype, built in 1966 for the television series Star Trek, measured approximately 6 meters, about 20 feet, in length and was made of fiberglass. Harlan Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, poses next to musician Alice Cooper during a restaurant promotional event at an undisclosed location. The photo was taken in 1978 when Cooper was promoting the album From the Inside and drawing fans with his theatrical style. A NASA collaborator poses atop a crewed spacecraft's command module in a testing hangar. The vehicle, designed for atmospheric re-entries, was part of the Apollo program in the late 1960s and withstood temperatures up to 200 degrees Celsius, approximately 2,092 degrees Fahrenheit. Johnny Carson poses on the studio stage of The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, with a microphone and chairs in the background. In Harlem, New York, Paul Robeson speaks to supporters of the Hands-Off Korea movement aboard a staged truck at the intersection of 126th Street and Lenox Avenue. A long line of Korean refugees stretches along Hungnam Harbor in North Korea, carrying few belongings. Ernest Hemingway relaxes in a bathtub in his Montparnasse apartment in Paris during the summer of 1922. Ernest Hemingway relaxes in a bathtub in his Montparnasse apartment in Paris during the summer of 1922. The image captures the writer in a moment of rest while he worked on his early short stories that would bring him literary fame. Vladimir Putin, then 18, poses for a photo in his final year of high school in Leningrad, Soviet Union. He graduated in 1970 and enrolled at Leningrad State University to study law. In an unspecified coastal bay, a battleship runs aground after tense navigation during World War II. The incident occurred after the vessel participated in coastal bombardments and demonstrated the challenge of maneuvering in shallow waters under enemy fire. A magazine cover published in the United States in 1985 features an illustration imagining what Michael Jackson would look like in 2000. The imposing orange structure rises over San Francisco Bay as workers labor on the towers during the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge. The USS Langley, the United States' first aircraft carrier, docked at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, providing an advanced base for naval air operations. Crowded auditoriums at the Palace Theater in New York welcome audiences for the premiere of Citizen Kane. British tourists pose in front of the Great Sphinx of Giza in Egypt. The 1910 photo shows visitors exploring one of the oldest monuments in the world, built around 4,500 years ago. A Victorian couple posed in a London photo studio while being instructed to maintain serious expressions for the portrait. A group of people enjoys an intimate gathering called a juke in a small space, dancing to live music. This type of event was common in southern United States communities in the 1950s, fostering socialization and joy among neighbors. In an outdoor setting, a young girl interacts with a giant Humpty Dumpty figure carved from wood and fabric. In rural regions of Romania, traditional borde houses are made of clay, built partially below ground to take advantage of natural insulation. They provided efficient thermal shelter, keeping interiors cool in summer and warm in winter, with few windows and vegetation-covered roofs. A historic building served as City Hall and Courthouse in Norfolk, Virginia, before becoming the Slover Library. In 1937, the neoclassical structure hosted court sessions and municipal archives, while remaining an architectural landmark of the city. Two women wear sweatshirts labeled USA Drinking Team, while holding beer bottles at a social gathering in the United States. A Danish zookeeper sprays emperor penguins in outdoor tanks to cool them on a hot summer day at the Copenhagen Zoo. This procedure was used to maintain the birds' health by simulating polar humidity and preserving their feathers.